thinker. And I'm going boots on the ground. This is what I'd be saying if I was going boots on the ground. So I did plan on going boots on the ground for Forest Fenn's Treasure this weekend. I had planned on leaving. If I had gone, I would have left after work on Friday. I would have been there already, and I'd be out on my hike right now. However, I did have a friend call me up and ask for some help. And I'm just one of those believers that if a friend asks for help, you help them. This is someone who has health issues. They've been holed up since this whole COVID thing started, probably a good 5 or 6 weeks, hadn't left the apartment. Afraid, they have lots of health issues, they're very, very high risk, and so they're afraid to let anyone come in. They've let some maintenance things go, and so I'm going to go. I'm going to like set up air conditioners. And there's some furniture. I thought they said I'm just moving furniture to the curb, but they're like, oh no, you got to take it to the dump. Well, so yeah, this turned into like a whole day long thing, and well, so plans change, and if anyone finds the treasure this weekend or next weekend, I will be upset, and I will punch you in the nose. No, but really, I'm going 200 miles in the complete opposite direction of where I want to go, but I think it's worth it. This is a phrase I've coined, and I'm trying to get it to catch on, so you guys need to use this phrase because it applies to treasure hunters. Because you know people online, you can hear them, you can see them, you can know what they look like. And then when you have friends in real life, they say, oh yeah, IRL, I have friends in real life. But I call them smelly friends because they're the only friends you can smell. You can't smell your online friends, but when you meet someone in real life, you can smell them. So whether it's good or bad, you know, when you have someone in real life that you're going to see, that's your smelly friend. So I'm going to see my smelly friend, and I feel good about it. I love this person, and we have a good time together. But it started out like, hey, can you come help me with this one thing? And now there's like a list of like 9 things I gotta help. But it's all good. It's gonna take me a while. I get to drive. I'm still just ecstatic about my car. My steering wheel is straight. Before with the broken strut, it'd be like crooked, and then I'd hit a bump and it'd be crooked this way. It was really unnerving. I never took my car, you know, once it started getting worse and worse, I never took it out of town. I just drove it back and forth to work. And not only that, but I crawled underneath it. And let me give you a little lesson about not so much regret, but there was a phrase I'd heard a long, long time ago. They said, 10 years from now, you're going to wish you started 10 years ago. You know, whatever it is. And like when I try to write, and they're like, you know, you can write a great book, but 5 years from now, you're going to wish you started 5 years ago. And it always stuck with me. And about 2 years ago, my engine light came on, and it was an O2 sensor. And I called the mechanic, and they were like, oh, this is an expensive sensor. It's like $300. I'm like, oh. And then, you know, like a half hour to put in, and I'm like, ah. So, you know, we're looking at $400, $450 to put a freaking sensor in. So, you know, I Googled and stuff, and they said, well, it may make your engine run a little bit rich, but it's not going to hurt anything not having a sensor. So I put it off, and like every time I would come into some money, I'd be like, I wonder how much this still is. I'd call the mechanic, oh yeah, the part's like $300. And I would, you know, these are different mechanics in different towns. And, ooh, the sun's really coming out. And I just was like, I just can't justify $300 for this little sensor. So, I don't know, when I had my struts fixed, I asked them again, I said, well, how much would it be to do the sensor while you're doing the struts? And again, $300 plus labor. So, I got home and I Googled, and I started looking up this part, and this part, everywhere I looked, I don't even know if you can see me. All I see is sun. Everywhere I looked was $100. I thought, well, $100, that's a lot less than what they're telling me for this sensor. And so I started Googling, like, how do you put in the sensor? And it's on an exhaust. I hate working on exhaust. It's one thing I hate working on. It's always rusty. It's always seized up. You gotta have blow torches. You gotta cut things. And it's never easy. And this sensor is like right on the side of the catalytic converter, and it just looks like a big glob of rust. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna try it anyway. I bought the part, and I actually found the part for $60. And you know, I was warned, oh yeah, you buy a subpar part, you're gonna be replacing it again right away. But I don't care. It's been out for 2 years. And then I crawled underneath, and I actually sprung another $6 for this special tool that's supposed to go over it and help you get it off better. And yeah, it came right off. I put the new one now my engine lights off. So this is one of those things where, like, 2 years ago, I wish I just would have got an interest in it and maybe researched it back then. So yeah, I wish I would have done that 2 years ago. And the other thing is, you know, it's supposed to give me like 5 miles a gallon better gas mileage, but we'll see. I filled the tank up, and I'm one of those guys that when I fill the tank up, I always zero out my trip odometer, and I do a gas mileage, so I know exactly how much I've been using it for gas mileage. And it's been worse lately because, well, first of all, winter's always worse because I idle a lot. Because, you know, I get the heater going in the wintertime before I drive. And you know, I have to defrost the windows and stuff, so you have to let it heat up. So the gas mileage is always worse in winter because there's a lot of idle. But I've been driving just back and forth to work, so it's a lot of short trips, which is worse on your gas mileage. But yeah, so I'm driving 200 miles today, and I'm really going to get a good feel for what my gas mileage is going to be, which is good. I get paid next Friday, and I don't know if I can go next Friday. I did plan on taking like the week off for this. I called my boss and said, you know, my plans changed, so I might take the week off. I can't take a week off with other tech. We only have, you know, 11 techs, and only 3 of us are showing up for work because of COVID-19. And so I gotta like really arrange my vacations way ahead of time with the other techs. So I know that there's one tech taking next week off, and one tech taking the next week off. So I gotta like plan this out so it like coincides with the payday and coincides with time I can take off. And this was my first window, and oh, I'm just so bummed. But you know, I'm doing good. I'm helping somebody, so there's that. I have no qualm. I mean, people call me all the time and ask me for help. One of the reasons I moved in with my daughter, she's like, we can't run a household. We can't buy this house and run it. We need you. So, yeah, I don't mind. It's going to be a lot of work today, and I'm going to sweat. Anyway, this will be good for me. I just was so anxious. I don't want to blow it. I didn't want to take like just 3 days because it's like a 14-hour drive for me. I didn't want to spend just 1 day hiking in this one spot. And you know, Forrest Fenn said go with confidence, and I am going with confidence. But I just think it's there, and a lot of people have searched there already, and I think that's what's driving him crazy. He's, you know, because he's like, why haven't you guys found this yet? And I think, you know, because I know that when I found the snail, at least 4 or 5 people had searched that spot before me, and I was just the one that, it wasn't even me, it was my son who dug a little bit deeper and found it. You know, so treasures aren't how you think, and I think people have been there. They might have been right on top of it and not found it, and you know, maybe I'll be right on top of it and not find it. But I'm going with confidence, and that's what I want. But I still want days. I still want to go up there and be able to do it for a day, and if I don't find anything, do it for another day, maybe learn something, maybe change my tack, maybe find, because I know it's in that area, I know it is, and maybe change my home around, maybe I'll spot something else. But yeah, I'm really excited to go, and I just know that there's, like I said, this site is searched before and it's being searched right now, and it just tears me up that I'm not up there. But I am driving into the darkest, blackest sky, and that I know I got to put furniture on the roof, and this just isn't giving me hope. I know it's just going to the dump, but still. But anyway, that's my day. I would be going boots on the ground right now, but instead I'm heading into the flatlands. Anything else I can say? Been watching a lot of videos, so just kind of lurking. When I do speak up, it's usually a wisecrack. Can't help myself. The person I'm going to see says I dance too much, so we'll see what happens there. I don't think I dance too much, but we'll see. I have seen some people, and I saw this in every treasure hunt. There's always these fringe people who are like, I'm talking, it's like the people who put lemon juice in the book, and the people who say, well, he didn't literally mean where warm waters halt, he meant where a newspaper stopped printing. Just weird leaps of logic. Really, ooh, the sun is like right in my camera too here. How's that? Is that it? So, anyway, and then there's people who crow. I guess that's the term now. That it wasn't a term back when I was treasure hunting with some other treasure hunts. But people who are just like, I know where the treasure is, and you guys aren't going to find it because I know where it is. And you're like, well, then go get it. I don't want to go get it, but I know where it is. Or the people, I've been there and I know where it was, and it's not there now, so the pun is over. The treasure's gone because I was right and it wasn't there. Those type of people, I know they're just misguided and they want attention, but they just irk me and they just rub me the wrong way, and I can't stand it. But I try not to be one of those people, but I am going with confidence. I do want to search this area, if nothing else, to put it at rest. If I search this area and don't find anything, and then later it turns out that that's where it was, then I will get grossly depressed and crawl under my bed and just be mad, for a while. But at least the hunt will be over, and then maybe some people can spend time on other hunts, and I won't say what other hunts you should be spending your time on, but yeah. And I had someone ask me, I think K-Pro, she asked me, like, you never say if you're going to put out hints. And the thing is, when I first started this hunt, I had this hunt planned out down to the minute, and I actually had benchmarks. Like, if someone gets this far and then this much time passes and nothing happens, I will give out a clue. And then if this much time passes and there's no progress, I will give out another clue. Or if this is solved and no one solved this other thing, I might give out a clue. So I do have all these benchmarks, and none of the benchmarks have been hit yet. So if one of the benchmarks is hit, then I will give out a clue. And I already gave out a clue ahead of its benchmark, and I kind of regret that. And I didn't want to do that again. I don't want to. I just felt bad doing that, and I won't even tell you which clue it was, or which benchmark was missed, or I didn't wait for the benchmark. But I gave out that clue early, and I kind of regret it, and I think it actually changed the way the hunt was. But so I'm waiting. I decided to wait for my benchmarks, and if they ever get hit, And I put a lot of work into this. So and like I said, I've studied other hunts. I've seen what people did and what they didn't do with other hunts. And so it was actually designed around that. It was actually designed around the fact that people will have Zoom meetings to talk about it. Because other hunts, when you go back before the internet, you did a hunt on your own. You solved it on your own. And I think this is the era that Forrest Fenn remembers, and that's why I think his hunt was geared towards someone picking up the poem and solving it on his own. And he just wasn't prepared for this big community to spring up and still not find it. But yeah, I'm sure like if like Maranatha was in the internet age, or where it is like now, where there's YouTube channels and chat rooms and Zoom meetings and forums, that changes the game. And I actually designed my hunt around that, knowing that people would talk about it. So we'll see what happens, and if anyone hits one of the benchmarks, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. But anyway, it's so weird. The sun behind me is like burning the back of my neck, and the skies before me are just black. And there was no rain in the forecast, so this is kind of perplexing. But yeah, I can see thunderheads. There's no lightning. I miss lightning so much. I haven't seen lightning, like a good lightning storm, in years. Oh man, the best lightning I've ever had was in the mountains, where it would boom and it like echo right back at you. Oh, I just love that. Although it's like 100 times more dangerous in the mountains. But anyway, that's my day. I am heading off to move furniture and change light bulbs and set up air conditioners and spend some time with my friend, and hope that they're doing well. I feel good that they trust me. They trust me that I'm healthy and I don't show any symptoms, and they trust me enough to come into their home and help them with stuff. So yeah, this is worth it. This is my boots on the ground today, and it's going to be worth it. So anyway, I'm heading out. I don't know when I'll post this, probably tonight. And I'm going to have to lurk for another couple weeks, but that's the price I'll have to pay. Don't forget to go to Amazon, look up Randy Pischel. I have more than one book out there. I need to get writing some more. I have so many plans. But yeah, check out my books. 3 Men in the Tub, I'd like to start pushing that a little bit more. But yeah, just go check it out. And I'm going to sign off now, and good luck to all you guys, all you cool cats and kittens, and you guys taking care of each other. Well, I don't know if you can tell. It's funny because the sun is behind me again, but I'm heading home. It's about a 3.5 hour drive. I take the long way home because it's more leisurely. I'm not in such a hurry. And the sun is setting behind me. Long day, long, hard day. A lot harder than I thought it was going to be. All these parts of it were harder. Hauling stuff to the dump was crazy. It's a bigger town, so like the dump just was a big process. And I mean, I was in line there for almost an hour just to get in the dump. It's a Saturday in a busy town. The town I was just in has a really, really high rate of coronavirus. I did bring masks everywhere I went. I wore a mask today. But yeah, they're one of the highest, next to Des Moines, they're one of the highest places in Iowa. Des Moines, and I can't remember, but yeah, it's just, they're hit pretty hard. And so it's not like Mesa City. Mesa City, you wouldn't even know anything's going on, but in this town, it's like, yeah, you can tell things are locked down. Everyone was wearing a mask. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. But I think the hardest part of the day was leaving. I don't have a lot of friends in real life, so So saying goodbye is hard. And I did as much as I could. It seemed like every time I got something done, they're like, oh, by the way, can you hang this up? Oh, by the way, can you fix this? Oh, but I kind of love that. I love to be needed. It's kind of nice. I hope everything turns out for them. We cleared like a ton of stuff out. I took a load to the dump. Like I said, that was an ordeal, but not an ordeal, but just sitting in the car. And it's funny because when I went to the dump, there was like 3 minutes of pouring down rain, and the rest of the time, no rain at all. I mean, just, I got there, and I had a mattress on the roof, and this dump is organized to where, like, oh, there's a mattress pile, and you gotta take your mattress to the mattress pile, and then take your furniture to the furniture pile. And the 3 minutes I was out unloading the mattress, it poured. It literally poured. And as soon as I got in the car to go to the next pile, it stopped raining. And that was the only rain we've seen all day long. Dark as the sky was. And you can see it's a really orange sunset behind me. I don't know where all the clouds went. But, yeah, it was like, it just had to rain on me. It was just the funniest thing. But got a lot done. Boy, I was carrying stuff that was so heavy, and I was thinking, man, 40 pounds of gold is going to feel like that. I always think, you know, because a box of kitty litter is 40 pounds, so I know I can carry 2 of those at a time, but it's funny to, some of this stuff was so heavy, and that's all I could think about was, man, I got to carry this out of the forest. And that's how confident I am. But, yeah, good day, and, you know, this isn't a secret, but I don't tell a lot of people this. My family knows. But I am bipolar. I'm clinically diagnosed. You know, some people are, oh, I'm so bipolar, and that just irks me. It's like saying, oh, I'm so OCD because I like to keep things clean. And they don't realize that these are real, life-changing, hellish diseases to have. And I've been on 6 different medical regimes for this, and 4 ended badly, and 2 ended horrifically badly. Yeah, they can't get medication to help this. And I've been going through a downtick, and bipolar, there's 2 sides to being bipolar. One is, yeah, you get crushingly depressed, and you don't want to move, and you don't want to go to work, and everything is stressful. And what people don't really talk about is when you're on an uptick, you're manic. When I'm on an uptick, I mean, I can't stop moving. I do so much work, and sometimes, you know, something kicks you into that. And I'm not on any medication right now because the last one ended horribly badly. So the doctor said stay off it and let it clear out of my system. So I'm not on anything right now. So I was to the point, I laid in bed for 3 days before this trip. I mean, literally, I went to work, came home and laid in bed. I didn't eat, I didn't do anything. I got up and went back to work. Yeah, it was a really bad downtick. But doing something like this can push me into an uptick. And the more I worked today, the more I was like, okay, we can do more, we can do more. And it's just, by the end of the day, I was just like feeling good, and I got everything done. We had there's a list of like 4 things we had to do, but we did like 15 things. So, yeah, it was a really long day. Nothing was too hard, it's just a lot of stuff that had to be done. I didn't realize our dumpster was so far away, because one of the things we had to do was carry stuff to a dumpster, and it's like way across the parking lot, around the garage. I'm just like, oh man. But yeah, we got everything done, and I'm glad. And like I said, the hardest part was leaving. I could have stayed there. But again, I did a lot of, like, I had to run to the store and get a light bulb for the car, because one of the things I was helping with was mechanical stuff. And I had to run to the store to get some food supplies. I ran to the store, you know, I went to the dump. And so there's a lot of places I went to, and yeah, I wore a mask and I was careful, but, you know, like I said, my friend was really in the highest risk category, and they could not get coronavirus, and so I'm trying to be so careful. And I could have stayed here all night, but, you know, it's like, I better leave. I don't want to get you sick or anything. Yes. I could have, I don't know, I wish I could have stayed, but, you know, plus it's 3.5 hour, probably a 4-hour drive, because I'm going the speed limit. I've seen lots of cops, and I'm taking back roads. I'm not on the highway. And I love to take back roads, and I see things. I saw the coolest cemetery, and I stopped, and I mean, I'm really into cemeteries. The cemetery had like 6 stones in it, and I saw it from the road. I thought, oh, I gotta stop and see that, because every stone was like pure white and everything. It's just a neat thing to see. And Iowa, of course, has lots of windmills. I went to, you know, I know the windmill farms around Mason are big, but man, the one here was just, it went out for miles and miles. It just seemed like there were hundreds and hundreds of windmills. I've never seen a farm that big before. I know the ones around Mason are getting that big. But, yeah, I'm just kind of talking. I felt a little tired, so I thought I'd make a quick video to follow up my first video. And I got the cutest little jug of milk. I love chocolate milk. I saw this little jug, and I thought, oh, it's ice cold. I just love it. But I'm heading home, and didn't find the treasure. Wasn't a good day for boots on the ground for the treasure. I was gonna stop and do this on my way, and I'm glad I didn't, because I'm just beat. I can't imagine going hiking now. But I would if I could. But the whole day, let's see, I started out at 5 a.m. and it's 8:30 p.m. So I can't do math, I'm too tired. But from what I figured, if I left work at 7, I'd be getting to where I want to go, boots on the ground at dusk, and I'd have to find a place to sleep. And then I could spend the whole day exploring. And I haven't been in the mountains in forever, and I just would love to just, you know, even if I don't find the treasure, which is about 99% more likely, I'm confident, but I'm confident that I probably won't come home with it, but still, I think about it. But just to get up in the mountains, and I know the mountains aren't going to be like what I hiked in Colorado, but things are opening up. On this trip, I had no trouble getting gas. I had no trouble with anything. I keep 3 masks in the car, so you know, I'm covered that way, and I just can't wait. I don't know if you can tell, but I took all the seats out of the car because I knew I was hauling stuff to the dump. And it's just like, I'm looking at them like, that's how I go camping, you know, that's how I put the bed in, and, you know, this is where my backpack's going to go, and this is where my food cooler's going to go, and oh, I just want to hit the road so bad. So, I got some supplies here. I did not come home empty-handed, and I got some projects, so hopefully, now that I'm on this uptick and I'm entering my manic phase, I might get more done, I might make more videos. I don't want to go live again. That was really crazy and embarrassing, and I was really drunk. But, oh, this road's getting rough all of a sudden. But, yeah, just wanted to say it's the end of the day, and I had fun, and I wish someone could go with me, boots on the ground. I can't find anyone. My daughter wants to go. My daughter is like camper crazy. She thinks we're going to stay in hotels and go swimming. I'm like, no, I'm going hiking. I'm going roughing it. I'm going to be sleeping in the car. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it would be kind of fun to do all that. But I don't know what it'd be like trying to get a hotel room right now. I know they're like, some places were only renting out like every other room and stuff like that, so to keep people separated. But we'll see, because I got, like I said, I plan everything around paydays, so I got to figure out when the next payday is and get with my boss and figure out when the next vacation window is. And do it. I'm just ready to do it. Everything is behind me now. I got my bills paid. I got my cars fixed. I just got to find that window of time to do it. And things are opening up. I've been checking online. The area I want to go is opened up. I believe Yellowstone is now open. I don't need to go in Yellowstone, hint, hint. But I'd hate to go all that way and not just at least drive through. I've been to Yellowstone before, so I think it's the coolest place ever. And when I went, there was no crowd. People were talking about crowds and lines, having to wait in lines. And I think because I went on a weekday, and I can't remember what time of year it was. It was June, July, August, somewhere in there. But still, I mean, I remember walking the pass in Yellowstone, and there were being hardly any people there, and me being able to look in the water and take pictures and take my time, and I don't know, I can't imagine that being crowded. I did climb, there's a little path up a hill, you can look down on the base of where Old Faithful is. Yeah, I had a good time last time I was there. I think it must have been earlier, because I remember driving into the park. Oh no, see, I took a trip once, and I visited every state west of Mississippi, and I did, and it's hard to remember like everything that happened, because it was so cool. It took me 30 days, and I remember going into the Grand Canyon, and there was snow, so it must have been earlier in the spring. I don't remember there being snow in Yellowstone, but I remember going into the Grand Canyon, and there was snow in the Grand Canyon. So, but still, I mean, there was just nobody there. And I think I went from Yellowstone, I went to some places in Idaho where I had some childhood friends, and then I went down to Craters of the Moon. Craters of the Moon is just, that's one of my favorite places, and I'd love to go back there. I went into one of the caves. That was the farthest out, and I was the only person there. And I went into this cave, and I thought, man, that cave just keeps going. And I had a little flashlight on me, and it was just a little keychain flashlight. And, you know, this is one of the crazy things I do, and I walked back into this cave all the way to the end with nothing but this keychain flashlight. And, you know, just little things like that. People think I'm crazy, and people think I was crazy for hiking in the Rockies alone and unarmed. And I did it every weekend. And, you know, people, I see people like they want to go boots on the ground, but they're like, I don't want to go alone. It's the Rockies. And that's what I did every weekend. But anyway, yeah, people have no regard for the speed limit out here. But I've seen so many cops pull cars over. Anyway, people pass me. But yeah, I go hiking alone. I did that just about every weekend. I have lots of stories from, I used to go to Pikes National Forest, was my favorite place. It's a place where there was a big forest fire, so the ground was clear and I could see all the crystals on the ground. It was just the coolest place. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. The sun's getting low, and I'm going to drink my chocolate milk and just head on home. I think I'm about 70 miles from Mason, so I got a ways to go. I keep seeing signs for historical markers, but you get to the point where it is, and I don't see nothing. So I'm like, what is the historical marker? when I'm driving like this, that's the kind of things I do. I just take my time. I'm like, oh, historical marker. Maybe I'll pull over and look at it. But the road's getting really rough, and I'm going to have to take off. So you guys take care. Again, I would have been boots on the ground today, but life got in the way, and I was excited for it, but I was really glad to spend time with my friend, and well, that was good. So take care, and don't forget to go on Amazon and buy all my books. Buy 10 of my books. All right, I gotta go. Talk to you later.